All right, howdy, folks. Welcome back. As you can see, New York and Ohio got slammed with snow there. They had quite a storm. And finally, we got our SEADS satellite data from our M9.8 nearly X flare right there. Okay, so we're going to kind of start off with yesterday's, since this is a very important event that happened here, okay? And first, let that loop play. I got to get to sip here. Let's get this dialed in just a bit better. Okay, this was the 28th, 11/28, 30 or 23. Okay, then we're gonna pause here at the opening frame once we kind of loop comes back around here. All right. So here's our opening frame from yesterday with the thumbnail. I showed you this object already, leaving the screen, inducing a CME here. Okay. Then as we get the rest of the data here, it left off right about here. So now here's the rest of the data. Here's the full halo CME coming at us. Something down here also ignited this too. All right, so there's a southern part of it as well that's coming. You see that down there? That's the part that's going to come at us, all right? Then you can see these little small objects trailing along out here too. As we have this slow motion event going on as well. Now this slow motion event is going to mean that our impact, when it hits the earth, it's not just going to be quick and over. It's going to be a long duration impact. All right, so now here comes our big M9.8. Might as well call it an X flare. It was just shy of it, looking like a beautiful butterfly. It's weird how we were just talking about the butterfly man, and then this shape comes off the side. But that's a full, almost full halo CME. This is the big one that's coming at us, okay? It's an M9.8. That's a lot of energy, okay? And it's going to combine with the other CMEs because this one came out a little faster and catch up to the one before it and cannibalize it and merge with it to become one CME. Alright, so there's that. Now let's take you over to today really quick. Here's today's activity. Not as much. What's kind of hiding is this one right in here. At the very beginning of the loop. This one right there. It doesn't look like much, but there's another one that looks like it would come our direction right here. Okay. So it's not a lot, but you can see the little wave that it has. And if we pause it right in the right spot here, I think this will help kind of catch this ghostly core, the dark little core in here. Whoops. Let's just zoom in a little bit here. See if we can kind of capture. All right, this event right here, this big wave, the magnetic field around the central core object right here, this is coming our way and bringing energy, I believe, too. All right, and that's on the 29th. We'll check the tracker, but I believe this little event, it doesn't look like much, but it is there, might be coming our way. All right, so, oops. We continue on with this. It moves out of frame. Not much else. The very opening shot here of the 29th, we have the remnants of the previous day trailing out of frame here, okay? So there's probably stuff that's going to impact here late in the day of the 28th. Then on the 29th, we immediately have another event coming off here in this region. Well, not immediately, but later on in the day here. This event going off at the top is a slow motion event as well. But then we have this one right here, okay? And it doesn't look like a big one, but it's still kind of, it could sneak in there and catch people off guard. All right, you can even see the V-shaped bow shock on the tail end of this here. Okay, so there goes that one. All right, let's put that back into motion. All right, that's the 29th today. But the monster that we're worried about is this big bad boy on the 28th. Come on, play this. This one. And I'll let that loop play for a second so you kind of soak in what's really coming at us, all right? Almost an X-flare. That's a lot of exotic particles, a lot of radiation coming at us, and the combination at which these hit could be, well, let's just pray about it. We're going to talk about it tonight. Let's get on over here now to the Solar Hams little spot here. I got to shift something here. Oh. Alrighty, let me scroll up here. First off, let's start where we usually start here with our GOES X-ray flux. Let me zoom this in real quick for you guys. Take a peek. Alright, what I mainly want to point out here, here's today's box. You can see our little bit of activity that we had here. But then what I want to point out here is this little yellow band here in this big flare that we had. That's a long duration one, all right? It wasn't just a spike up and then right back down. So it's a long duration impact, all right? So when we start seeing this hit, it's going to be quite an absorption event, okay? So let me pull back now. All right, now if I can get rid of this, over here they're calling for a G3 magnetic event, geomagnetic event on December 1st, okay? And that's what they're calling for, all right? It could be up even higher as a G4, especially when we have these two colliding together. Let's go open up our auroras for the moment. All right, right now they're looking just average, okay? Light activity, but some there, okay? The forecast for tomorrow is for this, okay? Now, if we take on an absorption event, this is the mild side of it. This could possibly be, or no, wait. This is the first event. This might be the second one, all right? So the two that we're taking. So that's a lot of energy we're going to be absorbing down to the core, okay? Let's pray it's not as intense as this, but this is what they're forecasting. Tonight's aurora forecast and then tomorrow night's aurora forecast, all right? So this is probably for later on when impact does hit. They're forecasting this much of an impact, all right? And then the secondary wave right here tomorrow night. All right, so that's going to be something to watch for over here at the Aurora site here. So right now, they're currently like this condition right now, mild. Let's see. Whoops. I want that blue, please. What I wanted to do is kind of show you. Is this the one that shows the multiple events? All right, here's one of the first impacts right here. And then, no, that's the same one, I believe. Let's get to the other one. Let's just open up this tracker. I like this one better. All right. It's right here. Okay, so here's your first one. Boom, boom, boom. And then here's the second one. They think it's going to be from this one right here. I thought it was going to be from the lower. But we'll see when impact happens. It doesn't matter which region it came from. We got two on the way. All right, two big ones. One's gonna cannibalize the other. Looks like a butterfly in that picture, doesn't it? All right. Let's back out of this. Oh wait, I want tracker. There's the tracker. Let's zoom in on this here real quick. Now they're showing a very light one, just glimpsing the Earth, or just sideswiping the Earth there a little bit. Not much, but that little impulse that I was pointing at earlier is probably this coming at us. So we got, wave after wave after wave after wave hitting us. And when these two collide and make impact on the same day, if one like lowers the magnetic field, weakens it, and the second one hits when we're in a weak state, that could be very detrimental. Okay, let's just try to use that term. We still got to watch this sunspot region, even though it's just beta gamma, this 3500. It's still in the Earth strike zone. It's about to move out of the way, but that's it on this one. I'll come over now to here. Okay, here we go. A cannibal CME is coming. NOAA models confirm that a cannibal CME will strike our planet on December 1st. Cannibal CMEs form when the fast CME sweeps up under a slower CME ahead of it. The combination contains intense, tangled magnetic fields. This is the most important part about this little article, is the combination could contain intense, tangled magnetic fields. Okay, this can disrupt a lot of communications. At a G3, it's going to be some blackouts, some radio blackouts. Okay, but a tangled magnetic field, when these two cross each other at the same time at impact, it could do could throw a pretty wicked punch at the Earth. All right. What happens during a strong geomagnetic storm? Earth could experience a strong geomagnetic storm this week. So if so, here's what we can expect. The last G3 class storm on November 5th sparked not only bright auroras, but also deep red SAR arcs around the world. Okay. So we have the chance of, really bright auroras, very pretty auroras again, mid-latitude, very, deep reaching auroras, some real impactful ones like this one. All right, so I expect to see huge auroral displays. That means a lot of energy being absorbed by the Earth, unfortunately. Okay, what else do I want to show you here? Oh, that was it on that one. Let's come on over to the Schumann right now. Take a little peek at what old Schumann's doing here. Scooch up as much as you can. All right. As you can see, we're still kind of pumping along here. We had another one of these small screeching events down at this other frequency here. Whatever's going on here, down at this frequency, it almost seems to me, I theorized this might be where the magma and the crust layer boundary is. And when we have magma scraping along the bottom side of the crust, it creates this frequency or something. I don't know. But we have this effect again, and it seemed to be when we had our volcanic activity last time, we had this white scraping line down below here last time. So that's what makes me think that this might correlate with some of that lava moving around on the bottom side of the crust. And when we see this line, if that's the case, this means that the magma is, it breathes. It swells and recedes and swells and recedes. Every time we take in a CME, that energy goes to the core, and then the magma swells. It goes up to the underside of the crust and pushes up through any perforations, cracks, fissures, seams. So, last time when we had that swelling effect and from the sun. We had the volcanic activity, earthquake activity corresponding with it, resulting from it. And then we had this line there. So I'm going to watch this little line closely. And if that is an indicator of what's happening, then right here, just recently, we have magma reaching the surface or the underside of the crust, if that's what this indicates. I'm going to have to research this a little further and see what this. I would really like to know exactly what frequency that is. It's like 13.2 or something. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But it'd be interesting to find out exactly what frequency that hertz is. So anyways, you see we're pumping along. Magnetic field's nice and strong right now. And I was watching another show tonight, and they were talking about the magnetic field dropping and the bow shock dropping, and that would be a result of like the core and the shell locking up. All right. But then again, the shell, that whole mechanism spins inside the magma, which probably won't lock it up. We are also dealing with magnetic materials. If you've ever taken a magnet and put a nail on it, the nail becomes magnetic too, but only when it's touching the magnet. The magnet actually influences the alignment of the molecules for a little while, making the nail magnetic. Even if the core and stuff does lock up and stop, we will still have a magnetic field. It will be very weak, though. All right? We will still have a bow shock, a magnetic field, and unless the Earth rips apart and the core comes flying out, and, then we won't have a magnetic field. But it's that dynamo inside there that creates it. And then if it were to slow down, lock up, it would just be very, very weak. Okay, so kind of straighten things out there so you guys can kind of grasp the concept of how all this works. It's very dangerous with a very weak magnetic field to be outside. Last time when that happened, they grounded all the flights in the northern hemisphere. Oh, we had a computer glitch. Yeah, right. Happened on the same day when we had this event on the Schumann. And when we had solar activity just prior that had caused all that, all that energy to go to the core. All right, so there's your Schumann. Moving on. Yes. Let's come over to tonight's earthquake report. So, I got to watch Dutch Sense tonight. Bravo on him, for him. Good job. I like Dutch. He does a good job. He tries very hard. And I can relate with his struggles, So, I might do a little differently than he does. We have a lot that we agree on. There's a lot I agree on with him. Some things I don't, but anyways, I liked his earthquake report tonight. Hopefully you guys saw that. You're going to see I agree on a lot of stuff. Something I want to point out about Dutch is I like his style. He will mention stuff that I never thought of, or he'll zoom into a place and I'll see something out of the corner of my eye. I always find something when he does his show. Okay, so no competition type rivalry, anything there. I love the man. He's trying as hard as he can. All right, here we go. 4.5 here to depth of 205. That is not a very deep quake. It'll probably just a little bit of 4.5 energy around the area. Coming up here, 4.9 at a depth of 59. Over here, our 4.5 at a depth of 24, and our 4.8 at a depth of 10. Yesterday we had this 4.5 deep quake in this region that had pushed mid-range 4 to 5 energy up into the system. We saw how it released all in this region yesterday, but not on this side. Now you see it releasing on this side here. Okay, there's your mid-range 4 to 5. That's 4.8. That's right in the middle. Okay, so that energy is creeping up this side, all right? It's made it over the hump and dropped off a couple of quakes here like it usually does. We have 4.5 at a depth of 128 and 4.4, let me get that a little better, at a depth of 124. There's your two quakes, mid-range 4 being dumped off at your fulcrum point right there, okay? This one seems to be locked up. This is still like energy from yesterday that came through here. I don't see that big energy that we acquired from before anywhere around. So I'm really starting to think that these volcanoes that have gone off along here have really relieved a lot of that pressure and have taken these quakes down to this mid-range 4, which is perfect. You know, it comes in here and here's one at the Caspian Sea. There's a 4.4 at Azerbaijan. So mid-range 4 energy coming into the area. This area is yet to have any quake activity. It's been very quiet, but it's had a lot of volcanic activity. So I think the energy that's coming into this region is being released in the form of volcanic energy instead of earthquakes, because it's been very quiet and very naked in here. And when I take you over to this new volcano map I found, an interactive volcano map, finally. All right. What I wanted to talk about a little bit more, it was yesterday we had this energy come up over and creep over, and we had what was it, 5.1 or 4.5? Let me go over here again and take a peek. What was this one here? A 5.6? All right, yeah, that's right, 5.6. And I was looking for, mid-range 4 to mid-range 5 energy coming over the hump and making it down to the Juan de Fuca. All right, let me fix that again. Back to one day. All right, so here we are at the Juan de Fuca, and we have a quake that came in of 4.3 at a depth of 10. All right, that's almost a 5. That's a mid-range 4. I was looking for 5 energy. There was a secondary one that was right here. Now it's off the thing. I guess I have to go back and do this again. Oopsie. Did I hit the wrong one? All day. No, there it is. There we go. We had this other quake come in here. I believe it was this one. Yeah, 3.6 on the 28th. Yeah. So we had these two quakes. This one right here, a 4.3 and a 3.6 come in the Juan de Fuca. I believe that that's our 5 energy divvied up into 2 little quakes that we were looking for coming into this area. All right. The rest of these quakes are a little older. This blue one was just there. It just dropped off the map a few minutes ago. So those are our 2 quakes, the 4.3 and this 3.6 here. Our accumulative together is about that 5 energy that I was talking is going to come over the hump. All right. So we've seen that come in and hit at the Juan de Fuca. It traveled down a little bit. We even got some inland quakes here just off of the San Andreas Fault here. Here's a 2.6. Oh, this is the geysers area, and a 2.8. So activity firing up here at the geysers area. That's pressure being released at a weak spot in the crust. Come down here to this little quake down here. We had a 3.2 down here. That's some of that energy creeping down. It's been tapered off. It was, 5, and now it's been squeezed off and getting less and less as it gets down here. All right, so we got a new quake here in Hawaii. Let's just check it real quick. 2.5, okay. Not a lot of them to report on right now. It's 4.5 down here on this little plate boundary now. And this up in Japan, 4.7. So we have seen some of this 5 energy go up through this area, and it hasn't struck in this area in a while. Okay, so now I want to take you over to, is this the one? Oh, please let this thing work. Come on. Yep, there it is. No, I don't need that. I just want this. Okay, so welcome to our new little map here. This is our volcano map. Come on now. There we go. It's taking a minute here. But I want to come over to this region right here. And then as we... Oh, I can zoom in a little bit more here. Alright, up here on this peninsula, we have 3 active volcanoes right here. This is Ebico. We have Bizimani and Shibalush, and Klychevsku too. There's 4, sorry. So we have 4 volcanoes in this region that are currently in active mode. So I think a lot of our energy that creeps up this way is being released in volcanic form, and the earthquakes is kind of stopping in this region. And then when the pressure comes up here, we're seeing it release in the form of volcanoes. Now over here we have the Great Sitkin volcano. These 2 are in orange, the Shishaldin volcano. These ones in orange are about to go off. They're in warning right now. All right, so these are the ones to watch as this new energy comes up from underneath after we absorb these 2 events, okay? All of this stuff down here through Mexico. All of these are already in red. Popo, Fuego, Santiago. Whoop. Let's see. Come here. Santiaguito. Nevada del Ruiz. Reventador. And then, what's this one? Parasi volcano. What's this yellow? Negro. All right, these ones that are in yellow are the ones that have the potential for going off. All right, and this map even has more, showing more here in the Dominican Republic. There's one, Guadalupe, Pele. These ones are in yellow now. Okay. Let's zoom back out a little bit. Sorry, I'm trying to get used to using this instrument now, but I wanted to take you over here to, this region. And second, though, should pop right back up here, I guess. Or not. Come on, volcanoes, where are you? Oh. Alrighty. Give it a second. I think it's refreshing. I hope it's refreshing. Oh, we got something happening. Come on, map, please come back to me. Anyways, I was trying to make a point with those volcanic pockets where we're seeing these empty pockets right here is where we're having our volcanic activity. And thankfully, it seems to lessen the energy as it comes down this part of the system. So the fulcrum point here is actually a volcanic fulcrum point. If we can get... Did it come back yet? Yeah, there it is. How do we do it again? This one? No, I want to get the add out of there first. And then we can zoom in here. So, some of the places I want to take you to around the world here. Whoops. Why is this thing being so stubborn? There we go. All right, there's some other volcanoes around here. This one is Oldiayoligani. Some of these names, oh my gosh. So there's one there in orange. This one here in red, Nairaigongo. I'm sorry, I'm not a volcano expert with these names. Carthala. All right, this one is out in the water out here. There's also an active one right here, Urta Ale. This is the one we need to watch out for in this region. It's in red, so that's one that could, experience an eruption with this new upswelling of magma. Now, I want to go into this region right here because you can see we have 4 volcanoes in this region. First here is come here. This is Etna on the island of Sicily in orange. So there's a warning out for Etna right now. This one is semi-active, the Vulcano volcano, and then this is Stromboli in red, active, and then up here at Naples is the Campi Flegrei volcano in yellow. So 4 volcanoes here that are releasing energy in this Italy area. And I believe that's the reason why we got another lull in activity in this region, okay? So when we're not seeing the earthquakes, it's venting through the volcanoes, all right? Iceland right now, I would totally watch Iceland. I bet you now with this new influence coming in, you're going to see an uptick of earthquakes and probably an eruption at Iceland next. It seems to be the next closest one to going into an eruptive phase that we've been watching lately, okay? It was about to go. We had a little break in the activity on the sun. The swelling of the magma underneath receded, and then you saw a lot of land drop and all those fissures and stuff in Iceland, okay? And this is going to be a fun little map here once we can get it dialed in again, this little volcano map. Because there's ones on here that aren't on the other map. Yeah, anyways, it takes a second for them to refresh anyway, so next time I'll just have it all set up. All right, let's go over here really quick to our volcano report, the regular volcano report here. No, I don't. Oh, wait. It's right up here. I had this open, and then I used the open tab for the other map. So, all right. Today we've had Semeru, Ducono, Popo, Santiaguito, Fuego, Sabancaya, Manam. This is a new one, okay? Where was the one? Krakatoa went off again today. Several explosions at Krakatoa again. Semeru is still going off. Ducono is going off. What was the other new one? Popo, Santiago, Fuego, Sangay, Reventador, Sabancaya. Oh, it was Manam, and I can't think of the other one. Anyways, I think we had 2 new volcanoes added to the list today. You can come over here and see all the ones that are active. It's just a list goes on and on and on of active volcanoes. Look at this list, you guys. Ulawan, that's the other one. This new one, Ulawan, or whatever, is the one I want to watch closely too. And then we also have another volcano. Wait, let me zoom back out here. Down here, it's South America. Um, this one, way out here in the ocean, Michael. All right, so this lone volcano out here is red. This one could possibly go off again. We have them all up and down the South America coast here. The ones in yellow, Sierra Negro, Ubinas, Laguna del Muale. All right, these obscure ones that are in yellow, watch out, they might go off. We got yellow warning here at Kilauea as well. Tonga, even down here at White Island volcano in New Zealand. This is Yasur volcano. You know what? Let me go just a tad bit in tighter for you guys. There we go. So you can see this chain of volcanoes right through here, starting with this one that's in red, Yasur, Aoba, Tinakula, Begana, Ulawun. All right, so all these right here are also releasing a lot of that earthquake energy. See, here's Fiji right here, where all our deep quakes come out of this region right here, and a lot of this 6 to 7 energy that should be creeping up through the system and setting off 6s and 7s. Really, it should be. I think these volcanoes are undermining and undercutting the magnitude of these quakes, to be honest. And Dutch touched on that tonight, and I agree with him. Something undercut the magnitude of the forecast of the quakes, and it was the lull in activity on the sun. We took in a bunch of energy, we had all this activity. We took in more energy, and the activity swelled even more, and you saw eruptions. Then we thought we were going to have more hit us, but it didn't. And we had a little breather. All that swelling magma receded, but now here comes more inbound energy again, on top of another wave, on top of another wave. Expect to see a lot of these light up, okay? And that still goes as for the earthquake as well. So I'm putting out a little earthquake warning and volcano warning for, the coming days here after impact. If we see impact on a level like this, we're gonna be all, seriously reconsidering, what to do. Also, if, either one of these is gonna cause some problems, both of them together, now we're talking, you might want to get your plan, have a plan together, earthquake plan if a quake strikes in your area. Are you living close to an active volcano or a dormant volcano that could become active in your region? I live down in the Sierras and backside of them. We have mammoth down by our region that could possibly go off, So I look around in my area, what could possibly be the closest place if something were to happen. Maybe make plans or just be on alert the next couple of days. Well, this is going to absorb, and then it takes a minute, 6 hours, 8 hours sometimes, for it to affect the Schumann resonance, and then however maybe 2, maybe 3 days until we see real results at the surface, maybe even a day now, because everything seems to have tightened up inside the planet to where an event hitting us, we have reactionary events a lot sooner than we used to see. It used to be 3 days, and now it's, getting sooner and sooner from impact to results. Let's pray to God that we don't get an impact this severe. This is what they're forecasting for tomorrow, and this is what they're forecasting for later on tonight. All right, so everybody put on your praying caps and pray hard. We we don't take too bad of a hit there. All right, let's come on over to our forecast here. What happened there? Oh, that's still music. All right. Yeah, we got it set up here. Time and date. Can we see the time and date up there? All right. Not much has really changed on this forecast. Again, I want to focus on this event right here coming on in. In fact, two events now on the same day. So, this is the current conditions, the nighttime of the 29th. As we go into the morning hours, this moisture comes up from the Gulf into Texas. Started going to be raining in the morning hours with a lot of moisture in the air, all right? We get to the noon time, and now it's spreading out. We got a low forming back behind here. This is a prime setup right here. If we have the impact and additional energy added to this, that's what causes the bombogenesis that we see, okay? And we can see a bombogenesis on a micro scale, not like a hurricane bombogenesis, but the intensification of this around this time, because this would be about noon when the sun's at its highest. Then by the end of convection right there, that's this image right here. Hasn't changed much, but we still need to talk about this area. All right, it's more centralized now. They're calling for severe weather mainly in Arkansas, but the timing, the rhythm, everything, there's all kinds of other factors that could throw this way, up here, further down. All right, so just be aware that we have an event, a potential event going on in this region of the country, okay? And then watch the direction that it takes in case it changes direction and heads towards your region. Then this is the nighttime. This is what I don't like about this. Instead of dissipating from the end of convection and dissipating at nighttime, this actually blossoms even harder into the nighttime. Go into this again a little deeper for you. We're looking at Arkansas. We're seeing little spotty ones here on the backs, or this frontal boundary of this low right here. Even on the back side of this low is a chance for severe weather. You're going to see snow up in here. Even though it doesn't show way up in here, the possibility could extend up further for snow. All right, this event could be. It looks to be one of these events where it's going to be amplified, okay, by the timing of our impact and the timing of this storm coming together. All right, now that whole time frame, I'm going to back up and redo. No, don't do that. But on the other storm, on this one over here. So let's back up. This is the morning of the 30th. This is the current conditions. Next frame, the morning of the 30th. Then the noontime of the 30th. Then we got this storm making landfall here in the Pacific Northwest and snow in the Sierras, okay? This is the end of convection tomorrow, November 30th. Remember we were talking about this being amplified? This could be amplified, as well as this could be amplified as well. All right, so not just these thunderstorms. Any kind of weather could be intensified, okay, or amplified. So now let's go over, this is the end of convection. Watch the west coast here. This is the nighttime. When this blossoms at night, this is blossoming as well. A lot of snow going into Oregon, Washington, the Sierras, into Nevada, Idaho, reaching into the Rockies by the morning of the 1st. And that's when we're due to have more energy, the 30th and the 1st. The 1st is going to be the big punch, right? So here we are, the morning of the big punch. All right, we just had intensification from the first round. Then we got this potential in the morning on the 1st with, see these little yellow pockets of severe weather already there in the morning. Watch out of the corner of your eyes. This one too, it's going to affect both of these right here at this point, the noontime, I expect there'll probably be some severe weather in the middle of this. Then it splits. It convection. This is where I don't know what the heck's going to happen. When this inbound energy comes in, if it's bringing one of these objects, which it looks it is, they tend to keep these frontal boundaries all together, and it wraps up in a big comma. And you could see it was just about to do that. You see the progression of this, but it snaps in two at the end of convection there, and then the night blossoms again down here. All right. Regardless if this snaps in two or not, we are going to see intensification of this low pressure system in this storm. Okay, and if it blossoms like this at the end at nighttime with nocturnal thunderstorms, nocturnal tornadoes, nighttime hail, large hail, wind, the whole gambit. Okay, and this is swooping up in there. Let me just check the time. This is the nighttime of the 1st, and I want to go in just one more for you. Oh, come on. I didn't hit that. Hang on. I'm trying to get this out of there. All right. Sorry, I just wanted to zoom in so you guys could get a good shot of this area. Okay, we're talking red and yellow back here, Louisiana, Mississippi state line there. Okay, scattered around Alabama, even into Georgia. You see how scattered these pockets are? That's the dangerous kind that, oh wow, we got buttons down here. Beautiful. Did not know that. So, oh, but we don't have times. So that would be the nighttime. That'll be the morning, I guess. Yeah, I have to zoom back out to get the timestamps because that matters a lot. Oh, yeah, that's the morning right there. Get a little more out of it. There we go. So the morning of the 2nd, the noontime of the 2nd, all across the south here, okay? And depending on what comes off well, today, the 30th, well, the 31st actually would affect the 2nd, I think. Or no, today. Anyways, so whatever comes off today would affect this. And we didn't have too much, but it looked like it was small impulse. So not much amplification, hopefully, on this day, the 2nd. We'll see. But there's the morning of the 2nd, going into the noontime of the 2nd. Dissipating a little bit there by the end of convection. And the nighttime kind of scattering and moving off the coast, all right? Then we go into the morning of the 3rd with this new front over here. The noontime. The end of convection, the 3rd. The nighttime of the 3rd. Morning of the 4th. Noon. Convection. The nighttime. Morning of the 5th. Noon. Convection, the nighttime. You can just see this very intense, severe weather up there in the northwest for several hours there. Starting right here at the nighttime of the 4th, going through the morning of the 5th, the noon, the afternoon, into the nighttime of the 5th. It's just all severe weather up here in Seattle. Even into the morning hours of the 6th. Even through the noon of the 6th. Patches up there still at convection of the 6th, and then dissipating by the nighttime and turning more into snow. Okay, so we got a couple of boundaries we need to watch there. The rest of this is too far out in advance, but you see this coming together. Oh dear. Let's just pray that doesn't happen, huh? See how those two air masses collided right there? Severe, severe weather right there. Let's pray this thing changes. You can see this fetch coming up here with this one. Watch as they, boom, slam together. Oh, that's when That'd be nasty. Let's pray that doesn't happen. But that's not out until December 11th and 12th. Whew. Let's just do it real quick. So, right about here is where these two air masses start to collide. You can see the moisture right here and this cold back here. High winds in between. This will be the noontime of the 10th, going into the end of convection right here with, these two colliding at the end of convection. There's going to be a lot more pop-up thunderstorms than what they're showing right there. They go into the nighttime, yeah. So it goes into the nighttime, blossoms really hard over Illinois, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, that whole little zone right there. Nasty flow coming off the Gulf here into Miami or Mississippi and Alabama. Really gets nasty, that flow coming off of the coast here in there. Even chances for icing kind of in there. Snow on the backside. That'll be the morning of the 11th. So back up real quick. This will be noon, convection, nighttime, morning of the 11th, the noon of the 11th, convection right there again. Wow, that convection right there at the panhandle of Florida going up into Georgia could be dangerous there. But that's the 11th. Streaking into Florida. Nasty icing back here on the backside of it with severe weather right next to it. That's all up in New York, Long Island. If this happens, that would just be a nightmare for those people out there. All right, let's pray that it weakens and doesn't follow that course. Then we get a break for a little bit there, a couple of days, and that's it. Let me put that loop back into motion there for you. Well, I kind of clear out some of these other instruments. We can get rid of that one. No. Get rid of that one. We'll keep. Okay, no one. No, that's the one that can go. Alright, now I'll come over here and open up my page real quick and we'll do our little reading tonight. I hope you guys have been enjoying the readings. I know somebody out there has. That's why I keep doing it. So, alright, last night we used a different image, and tonight we're going to just go with our regular one if we don't have an ad first. Okay, I'm actually going to play this video for a second and step away. I got to check on something. Here, watch this video for just a second while I check on something, and then we'll be back to do the reading. Play it, please. Oh. But I really don't feel like reporting on that stuff right now. Actually, I want to go back and revisit an event that happened earlier this year, 2020, around Easter, when I captured what appears to be Jesus in the clouds here. So I need you to tilt your head to the right about 45 degrees, and here's an eye, his other eye, his nose, his mouth, his chin and beard, his hair flowing back like this, and you can make out a crown up here above his head. That crown is hovering over his head. There seems to be almost a little halo around his head too. And once you see that image, then we can zoom in just a little bit tighter. There you go. Okay, and this event happened over a course of about an hour, and I got a lot of pictures of it. See, if we go up above here, you can see all these pictures up from way over here going across, or all of this event, and I'm going to show you more of what happened here. Okay, here I've taken about 7 or 8 of those pictures and put them together in a flip book, and you can see the different images, and that this event, is taking place here, because there's more that happens here. Okay, so starting here, we're going to go forward a little bit here through a lot of these images, all the way to right about here, where you can see that this face has changed now. Now we're seeing a more round, like lion type face with the nose right here. Here's an eye coming out here, an eye going that way. Here's its mouth slit, the chin going down here. So this round face right here with a crown still above it. Now I'm going to go through and show you the flip book where it changes from Jesus to this lion face. Okay, now we're here at this image right here. This is a flip book of about maybe 15 or 20 of those pictures, and it's the transition between Jesus' face and the lion face. Now this happened in the clouds, and it was so big and in your face you couldn't see it. It wasn't until I took these images and zoomed out and compressed them. You didn't zoom in. They're too big in your face. You have to zoom out to see these. And these images that you're looking at have all been compressed, each frame, and then put into a flip book. And you can clearly see Jesus' face here with his crown hovering over his head, turning into that weird little lion face or whatever right there. Okay? And this happened back around Easter of 2020. On Easter. With Christmas right around the corner, I think, I just wanted to bring some hope to you folks and show you that, it's really real. It's really happening. And, you guys can look up into the clouds and take pictures just like I do and possibly capture something like this. So, as a little gift to you guys, I can't give much, but I can at least give some of this information, some of these images. Go. All right. So let's freeze frame right there on a good spot. All right. Okay. So with the threat of terrorism looming over our planet Earth, some people are saying and feeling that no place is really safe. In one sense, this is true. Evil people, especially terrorists, are unpredictable and ruthless. However, for Christian believers, there is no place that is actually unsafe. Your ultimate home is heaven, and no one can rob you of this glorious inheritance that you can never perish, spoil, or fade. Furthermore, I am sovereign over everything, including your life and your loved ones. Nothing can happen to you or to them except what I allow. The truth is, the world has been at war ever since Adam and Eve first sinned. The fall in the Garden of Eden rendered the earth a dangerous place where good and evil contend against each other continually. So it's crucial to be alert and self-controlled. Remember that your ultimate enemy, the devil, has already been defeated. I have overcome the world, and you are on the winning side, my side. In me you have peace, and in me you are always safe. Okay, yeah. Now, wait quietly in my presence while my thoughts form silently in the depths of your being. Do not rush this process because hurry keeps your heart earthbound. I am the creator of the entire universe, yet I chose to make my humble home in your heart. It is there where you know me most intimately. It is there where I speak to you in holy whispers. Ask my spirit to quiet your mind so that you can hear my still, small voice within you. I am speaking to you continually, words of life, peace, and love. Tune your heart to receive these messages of abundant blessings. Lay your requests before me and wait in expectation. Wait. What was the other one? Oh. Wait, no, I got more here for you. Trust in me in the midst of a messy day. Your inner calm, your peace in my presence need not be shaken by what is going on around you. Though you live in this temporal world, your innermost being is rooted and grounded in eternity. When you start to feel stressed, detach yourself from the disturbances around you. Instead of desperately striving to maintain order and control in your little world, relax and remember that circumstances cannot touch my peace. Seek my face, and I will share my mind with you, opening your eyes to see things from my perspective. Do not let your heart be troubled, and do not be afraid. The peace I give is sufficient for you. I am the eternal I am. I always have been, and I always will be. In my presence, you experience love and light, peace and joy. I am intimately involved in all your moments, and I am training you to be aware of me at all times. Your assignment is to collaborate with me in this training process. I have taken up residence within you. I am central in your innermost being. Your mind goes off in tangents from its holy center time after time. Do not be alarmed by your inability to remain focused on me. Simply bring your thoughts gently back to me each time they wander. The quickest way to redirect your mind to me is to whisper my name. Your times are in my hands, so trust in me, beloved. I am training you to feel secure in the midst of change and uncertainty. It can actually be a relief to realize you are not in control of your life. When you accept this human condition while resting in my sovereignty, you become increasingly free. I am not telling you to be passive or fatalistic. It's important to use your energy and abilities, but I want you to do so prayerfully. Pray about everything and search for me in your moments. I am a God of surprises, so look for me in unexpected places. I invite you to rejoice in this day that I have made, asking me to orchestrate its details and events. Since I am in control of your times, you don't have to be anxious about making things happen faster. Rushing and anxiety go hand in hand, and I have instructed you not to be anxious. If you let me set the pace, I will bless you with peace that transcends all understanding. That was a lot. Okay, hopefully you guys got that and you heard it all. There's a lot there, and we got a lot going on, so a lot to be aware of and just be prayerful. Okay, go through the chat here real quick and thank some people. Eyesight, the Scan family, Jimmy. Thank you guys for coming. Katie, Jimmy again. Michelle, thank you for coming. Whoops, who else made it? While I'm scanning through here, any questions, anybody? You could post a question in there. Leslie McGinnis, or Leslie, sorry, thank you. Hopkinson, thank you for showing up, everybody. Thank you for all your lovely comments and stuff. Yeah, I think that covers pretty much everybody that was here or that was in the chat. I'd like to thank everybody else who was not chatting, that's watching this later. And let me scroll back down. Let's see. Thanks, Brian. Awesome reading. Oh, thank you very much. We got Richard there. Hi, Richard. Thank you. And Georgia. That's a different way of spelling it. I like that. Yeah, hi, folks. Welcome. But so Kansas is just expected to get rain only. We can kind of go back and take a peek at that. Stream, watch this vid, folks. Scan family. Let's go take a peek at Kansas real quick again. Let's start at our current conditions right there. All right, you can see Kansas right in the middle here. It does get some of this moisture right here with a little chance of snow. here on the back side of this, you see this little chance of snow here. It's starting here at the Oklahoma Panhandle, kind of going up into Kansas there a little bit at the end of convection, then going into nighttime. You guys get a little snow there, and you guys got severe weather there. Yeah, you might want to be very aware there, because let me just go in a little bit closer for you there. All right, hopefully you can see this little yellow dot back here on the back side of this low right here, this chance for severe weather. This chance, it could grow. This yellow pocket could be all the way around the backside. Okay, so here in Kansas, you have heavy winds, heavy rain, the chance for severe weather there at the nighttime. All right, where it blossomed after convection. Let me just back out of this for a second and show you. Whoops. There's convection right there. So you see the rain creeping in from the south here in Kansas. Then gets severe by the nighttime, then kind of moves out of your area by the morning, and you're kind of free and clear there in Kansas. And as we kind of go through the whole thing, just focused on this little rectangle right there, you can see everything else kind of goes around you. See that? Oh, you're going to dodge a bullet. If you're in Kansas, here's that snow right on the backside, just clipping the corner of Kansas right there. And then they merge together down in Oklahoma and shunt off right at the corner of Kansas right there. So if that is how it unfolds, you'll dodge a bullet there. But what you really shouldn't watch for is back here, the sundown of the right here. From the end of convection right here, when the sun goes down and you got all your tall thunderheads, you got your severe weather just right out in front of it here, it whips back around behind here, clipping, what is this, Missouri, and reaching back into Kansas there. So the nighttime, this is 10 p.m. Pacific, so that would be 12 o'clock your region right there, I believe. So the midnight hours of the 30th. Or no, first, let me verify this real quick. Sorry, I got so much going on in my head. It's so hard to focus anymore. All kinds of screams and prayers, and oh my gosh, you couldn't even imagine. All right, so I'm trying to get back to, well, end of convection right there. You might already have some severe thunderstorms in your region. Then as it wraps around the backside, this low forming right there, it could even wrap around some more in the morning of the December 1st. But you still will have a little rain in that region right there. All right, so there's a question answered right there. I would be on high alert tomorrow night. This is the nighttime of the 30th. Okay, that's what I was trying to get to. It's the nighttime of the 30th. Here we got scatterbrain. Sorry. All right, any other questions for me, folks? I think what's most important is to kind of watch this channel over here. Come over and check the auroras every once in a while. Right now, they look pretty weak. They look weaker than we started the report, so that's good. But we do have this inbound energy that could possibly go, hopefully it doesn't go this intense. But you aurora photographers, go out there. You're going to get some nice shots during these upcoming events, okay? And we'll see how far south they go. All right, they're not projected to go too far south, but it shows here. We can get a little bit bigger. Coming down into most of Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin. So this whole region right down there, this one's a little lighter, a little further north, but this blast right here is reaching down pretty far. And we'll see, it could be, depending on the timing, if it hits when it's, on our side of the planet, or when the sun's facing us, it could be a lot more intense. If it hits with the European side of the planet taking the impact, it'll be less for us. Okay. So we just got that potential out there. That's tonight's forecast and tomorrow night's forecast. All right. And once these two events get impact the Earth, get absorbed, start the swelling process, and we have a small one after this big one headed our way. It's nothing too big. It's just something that will be on the tail end of this that won't give the magnetic field much of a relief. Just as it's going to breathe a sigh of relief from this big impact, we're going to have a small one. And even small ones can do a lot of damage if our magnetic field is weak at the time. All right, so not down, but weak. All right, our magnetic field, the core of the Earth is magnetic as well. So even when it stops spinning, it still stands as a magnet, but just not as strong. Okay. Hopefully that cleared some stuff up for everybody, and you guys are understanding this a little bit. And I'm trying to make it as understanding and enjoyable, or not entertaining, but I guess entertaining as well as informative as possible without scaring the shit out of everybody. All right, so that's it for tonight. I think we're all good. Yeah, we covered a lot. Yeah, so I'll be watching this, and I might even do a daytime show tomorrow, depending on impact and if we are seeing, results volcanic wise or earthquake wise tomorrow during the daytime. It seems like everybody else has got their reports done. I'm the last guy of the night to do a report. You've already seen everything that's gone on by the time you see my report. So if I catch something during the day tomorrow, I'll pop in, give you a brief little update. All right. So everybody watch the weather, watch your instruments. Just be aware that the potential is out there for the the intensification of these storms, and that goes worldwide. All right, I just showed you the potential for America. There are storms that are going to be hitting other spots of the planet that we'll find out later. Oh, geez, this storm just really intensified over here or over there. So we got a lot of earthquake activity coming in, a lot of volcanic activity that's going to be coming in, and a lot of strange weather activity that's going to be coming in. All right. All because of all the strange spiritual activity that's causing the strange solar activity. Okay? They all link up together. The spiritual world is affecting the sun's affecting the planet. Okay, it's not too tough, but there's your big CME, the big butterfly that's inbound. That's going to bring some havoc to the planet. All right, so be aware wherever you're at, what's going on in your region, and it'd be prudent to get water, batteries, blankets. Prepare if you have a power outage. Violent storm hits your area, knocks your power out, whatever. Have some food, just be ready for anything, because it's kind of hit and miss. We know it's coming, but we don't know where, or, exactly when and where it's going to hit, and what intensity, and what's really going to happen. We're just all kind of forecasting, and hopefully it doesn't come down to this right there. Okay, I mean, it's really cool and fascinating and stuff, but it's very deadly, and the impacts would be catastrophic. Okay, we've taken hits like this before. It's not the end of the earth. It's not gonna, kill us all or anything like that. We've taken stronger hits before, but we are gonna take a double shot to the chin here. It's like being in the ring with Tyson, and he just hits you with a 1-2 punch. This is being the uppercut that gonna knock you out a little bit. So everybody brace for impact, double impact, and the residual results that come from it. Okay? And keep praying for each other. You guys are doing awesome out there, the prayer warriors. I can hear some of you guys just going to town now. You're seeing results in your prayers. You're seeing answered prayers, so you're trying even harder. and seeing more results. So I think it's pretty cool when you guys see results. So keep going, keep digging, dig hard, and stand strong. They're trying to move you. They're trying to manipulate your mind. It's a big mind game for control of your mind. Well, don't let them. Don't let them win. Let them know there's a new sheriff in town, and they're gonna be have to answer. They're gonna reap what they sow. So, anyways, I think that's it. Are you done, Lord? Got everything done? Said? Notes? No notes? Okay, I think that was it for tonight. All right, that's it. I love you all. I miss you all. God bless you all. Stand strong, y'all. Okay? And until my next show, I'll be back. I am back. Can't you tell? If you can't, look around. Oh, wait. Cancel that. Wait, somebody. Did I miss a question? Oh, I see some last posts here. Wow. Yes, water events coming. Read press. Oh, I was just about to wrap it up there, but I saw some last closing comments there. It doesn't show me much of the chat. I miss out on your guys' chat here. All right, I was just checking to see if there are any closing questions there. All right, you all stay safe out there. God bless. And until my next show, I'll be back. I am back. Look around. You'll see. Okay, let's try that then.